Thank you very much, Randy. Going to your questions. First up is Roger in Modesto, California. Hi, Roger.
Hi, Hank. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Good. My question has to do with the soul. When was the soul created? I know there's two main streams of thought, which is either the soul pre-existed with God prior to creation, or that God creates the soul, probably somewhere in line with conception. But with both of these, I'm kind of having a hard time because I don't see anywhere biblically where it states that we existed prior with God to creation. But also, if God is still creating souls today, I guess I'm confused if that would actually go against the fact that he's in his Sabbath and he has stopped creating. So if you could kind of help clear that up for me.
Yeah, well, brilliant prologue to your question. Let me say this, that what happens when a woman gives birth is that she gives birth to a human being. A human being has both a physical and a metaphysical aspect to their humanity. So when a woman gives birth, she doesn't just give birth to a body, she gives birth to a body-soul unity, to both the physical and the metaphysical aspect of humanity. When we die, the opposite happens. There's an unnatural rending between body and soul. So the body goes back to the ground. The soul, if you're a believer, goes to the presence of God, is comforted there until the time that Jesus appears a second time. Then the soul returns to the body, and that body is resurrected, immortal, imperishable, incorruptible. Then we are once again as we were intended to be, and as we were at birth, body-soul unities.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm still confused on when the soul is created.
Well, it isn't created in the sense that you mentioned in the prologue of the question, because all things happen in a natural process. God has created us in such a way that when a man's sperm unites with the egg and conception takes place, a human being comes into existence. So at the moment of conception, you have a single fertilized human egg that contains chemical instructions that would fill over 50,000, or I think it's 500,000 printed pages in terms of genetic information. So at that moment, you have a human being. So it's not as though a new soul is created, but the natural process takes place where a human being comes into existence, and a human being, by definition, is physical and metaphysical.
Okay.
It's not as though, well, a woman gives birth to a body and then God pulls a soul either from the pre-existence and inserts it into the body, or that at some point he creates a soul and unites it with the body. The very function of conception involves a human being, and a human being is a body-soul unity.